Guys, I think I found more scary challenges and trends that you should stop doing. Many people think nothing of these trends, but they actually have a darker meaning. The Gauntlet Challenge has to be one of the most disturbing challenges ever. This challenge makes you sit through a lot of horrible things and watch them. A lot of people who completed the challenge were mentally scarred because of what they saw.
That are very dangerous. Part 1. The Gauntlet Challenge. Back in 2018, a really popular challenge called the Gauntlet Challenge was going around. However, it was very disturbing. The challenge was to watch 20 really disturbing videos, which showed animal cruelty, killing, human, Su1C1D and other more. Most people couldn't even make it past the first 5 videos because it was too hard to watch. Even if you managed to finish all 20 videos, you complete the challenge, but it's not worth it. Cause you can't never forget what you saw, and it could have a lasting impact on you. So stay safe.
I don't really know why people would decide to do this to themselves for no reason. It doesn't really make sense, but I'm advising you to never do IT because it can damage your brain. This also really dangerous for your mental health, so I suggest you never do it. This next challenge is called the Penny Challenge. It is another harmful challenge which, if successful, can electric shock you or even kill you. This trend sounds extremely dangerous, so let's watch a video on it.
Have never been trends. PT12. The Penny Challenge. The Penny Challenge first went viral in 2020, but came back in 2021, December, when an Amazon Alexa told a 10-year-old to try the challenge. In this challenge, you would plug a charger halfway into an outlet and then drop a penny between the prongs. Often it results in a person getting electric shock, starting fires or causing lifelong injuries, maybe even death. Not only wasting a fireman's time, it would also damage the charger and the outlet.
I find it so odd how the Amazon Alexa told the person to do the trend. Normally, in those situations, the device is telling you not to do the trend. But thankfully, I don't think that the girl died or anything, but the risk is still high. Sadly, I saw another TikTok similar to this about this dangerous trend, so let's take a look.
Us about
the Penny Challenge.
In this challenge, all you do is put the penny between a phone charger that was plugged in halfway. When people did this, they expected a little shock, but something bad happened for some people. When you attempt this, the house will catch on fire, and sometimes the fire even spreads in the neighbor's apartment. It is said that the guy from Sweden got paralyzed from doing this challenge, and the man ended up in the hospital but barely survived. I highly recommend not to attempt this trend.
So as we can see, this trend can not only hurt you but can also burn your house down. That's why it's strongly recommend to never participate in it. This next trend, called the 690452, is not as dangerous as the rest of them. In fact, I think this was actually just a made-up creepypasta to scare kids. I don't know too much about this trend, but it involves writing a number on your wrist.
Have never been trends. PT3. 690,452. This trend was when people would write the number 690,452 on their wrist and go to sleep. Then it's told you can get stuck in your dream or a parallel universe forever, which means if you die in your dream, you're D3 in real life too. Apparently, there is a 50-50 chance of surviving. People aren't sure how this worked, but according to the Urban Dictionary, the number is cursed or a hell number.
I think this trend is really based on belief, but I can assure you 99.9% of the time you won't die from writing a number on your wrist loudly crying face. But I saw a TikTok on someone who apparently survived the trend, so let's check it out.
How did I survive waking up after trying this trend? Back in 2022, there was this trend going on where you write this number thing on your wrist, then you go to sleep, then you'll be stuck in your dream and never wake up again. I didn't believe any of this, so I was like, I need to try this and see if it works or not. I was stuck in a Squid Game backrooms. Back then I was a huge fan of Squid Game, and since I'm a shifter and a lucid dreamer, I was like, why not try to play Squid Game in my dreams? Maybe that makes so much sense why I was stuck in a Squid Game backrooms. Not because the number I wrote on my wrist before I went to sleep. However, I was still stuck in that place and I couldn't get out, to the point I felt like more than 5 hours have passed and I'm still in that place. But then I got up the stairs and finally I found the door that I opened, and then I woke up.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not in her head or anything, but that sounds really fake. In conclusion, I would say not to do this trend just because it sounds a bit silly, but it won't do any harm to you. This next trend I feel like is not talked about enough, but it's really dangerous. The cinnamon trend is a trend where you inhale cinnamon for about 60 seconds. Although this may seem like a cute internet joke, it's actually really dangerous. There has been many instances that you choke on the cinnamon because of how dry it is and you can sent to the hospital. This trend is not a joke and some cases can actually kill you. Here is a video of someone participating in this challenge. So as you can see, it is extremely dangerous as the cinnamon coats your throat, making it so hard to breathe. And I think I even need to explain why that in itself is a major problem. So in conclusion, just don't do this trend for our own safety. This last challenge is called the Blue Whale Challenge, and it's got to be the most disturbing one of all. I'm unsure if it's fake or not, but a man would ask you to do some challenges which seem innocent at first and then slowly get really creepy. So creepy to the point where if you don't do what he says, he will come to your house and do it himself. Here is a video for more clarity on the situation.
Never been trends. PT2, the Blue Whale Challenge. This game originated in Russia 2016. How it worked was a stranger with this PFP. A man disturbingly dressed up as Goofy would message you asking if you want to play a game. If you said yes, the stranger would give you a series of challenges. Harmless at first, but then they would ask you to hurt yourself. Eventually, they would ask you to end your life. And if you refused, they would find where you live and do it themselves.
Now that just sounds creepy, and I think the best way to avoid it is to never talk to strangers. But thankfully things like safety protocols have made this challenge harder, causing it to die out. So guys, that's it for the video by now, and subscribe, like and share.